Welcome back to the Hot Seat Essay. Today, we're unpacking Kelly Khumalo's explosive Sowetan interview from the 22nd of August. In it, Kelly painted her love story with Senzo Meyiwa, shared the pain of losing him, but then dropped a bombshell, saying she has no hopes for rubbish, referring to the ongoing trial. At first, this may sound like arrogance or bitterness, but let's think outside the box. Could there be a deeper reason why Kelly believes this trial is rubbish? We need to remember, Kelly is not just a grieving partner. She's someone who was inside that house when Senzo was shot. For years, the public has speculated, is she a witness,
Is
a
there a
victim,
fond memory
or something
that you
more?
remember of you and Senzo or any of your partners? And the Kelly. So I want you to tell me about the Kelly.
We've had very many fond moments. I think that was one genuine relationship that I really have ever had in my entire existence. That relationship was there to make me to break down the walls I've had in my upbringing and also just allow love to love me. We used to have this game where I think it was so funny. That game was, we used to pour cold drink, right? Put it in a glass, on both glasses. So, mawuphuze waphuza wafika la, nami ngayibeka la, uyibeke khona, ngiyakushada mfethu. Very much possible, I can tell you that for free. So, and we were having Fanta Pine. That was his favorite drink, Fanta Pine. So he drank, it went all the way down. I drank, it went all the way there, and it sat right there. And he says, no, young scammer, let's drink again. He drank again, and I drank again, and it ended there. The next day, he came home with a catalog of rings, and he was like, choose your ring.
Yeah. And when he passed away, how did you feel? How did that make Kelly feel?
I lost my best friend. I lost a part of me that I will never get back. It's life.
Yeah. And the hopes for the case? What are your hopes?
None of my business. I don't have hopes for rubbish. I have no hopes for rubbish. I'm sorry. I said what I said.
Now let's break down her statement in light of the possible outcomes of this trial. If the 5 accused men are found not guilty, Kelly might escape the mastermind label that has haunted her. But here's the catch. The spotlight will immediately shift back to the house, and in that house, only a handful of people were present. If those men didn't kill Senzo, then who did? This could leave Kelly facing even more suspicion as one of the possible shooters in the room. So in this outcome, she loses. If the state successfully convicts the 5 men, does Kelly walk free? Not exactly. Because once the court says, yes, these are the killers, the door is wide open for the state to then ask, who sent them? Who benefited? Who orchestrated this hit? And in that moment, Kelly is back in the crosshairs, not as a bystander, but as a possible mastermind. So again, in this outcome, she loses. Now, let's consider if Case 636 collapses, the current trial. What happens then? Well, Case 375 comes back into play, and in that case, Kelly isn't just a name in passing, she's a suspect. So once again, whether by collapse or restart, the system drags her back into the storm. Now we see her words differently. When Kelly says, I don't have hopes for rubbish, maybe she isn't dismissing justice itself. Maybe she's saying, this trial, no matter what direction it goes, destroys me. If the men walk, I look guilty. If they're jailed, I risk being charged. If the case collapses, I'm a suspect again. From Kelly's perspective, there is no victory. Only more pain, more suspicion, and more accusations. This is why her words hit so hard, because behind the cold dismissal, there's possibly a deeper truth. She knows that in this trial, she's not a winner. Ever. The public may see arrogance, But maybe it's fear. Maybe it's her realizing that this case is a trap, one that keeps pulling her back regardless of the outcome. And that, South Africa, is what we need to think about when we hear her say, "I said what I said." Here on the Hot Seat Essay, we'll continue breaking down the interviews, the testimonies, and the evidence, not just to react, but to make you think outside the box. Stay tuned.
There is evidence which was led before this court regarding the warrant of arrest that was issued against Ms. Kelly Khumalo. Do you remember that part of evidence?
My lord, I don't.
angikhumbuli lobo bufakazi lobo mayelana nencwadi-ke egunyaziswa ukuboshwa kwakhe uMs Kelly Khumalo.
Are you aware? Do you know if there is any warrant of arrest that was issued against Ms. Kelly Khumalo in this docket 636? Or not?
I think issued is not the correct word. I think it's there's a draft application.
That's what Gininda said.
Yes.
He said the draft is in the docket,
yes,
if I recall the evidence.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you for correction. Are you aware of that?
Of the draft?
Yes.
The application for the warrant?
Yes.
Yes, I am aware, my lord, because I was briefed by
igama-ke sithi hayi ukuthi yikhishiwe noma yakhishwa-ke le ncwadi kodwa sikhona-ke isicelo esiyingxenye-ke yedokotela yeba-ke ngiyakwazi lokho ukuthi khona-ke isicelo sikhona-ke mayelana-ke nencwadi yokuboshwa kwakhe uMs Kelly Khumalo ukade Gininda wangazisaki ngalokho.
Are you aware also why that application for that warrant of arrest has not been authorized against Khumalo?
My lord, I am not aware.
Angazi-ke ukuthi kungani-ke ukuthi-ke seyingekasayinjwanga ukuthi-ke leyo ncwadi-ke ayisetshenziswe-ke ngokuboshwa kwakhe uMs Kelly Khumalo.
Okay. There is also evidence which was tendered by Colonel Steyn in this case of the communication between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and Mr. Ntuli. I'm waiting for the interpretation.
I'm waiting for the witness to start.
But the question is the question complete?
The interpretation. There is evidence before this court which was tendered by Colonel Steyn regarding the communication between the cell phone number alleged to have been used by Ms. Kelly Khumalo and the cell phone number be linked with Mr. Ntuli in this case. It's a statement. You remember?
The evidence? My lord, I'm not aware.
Kunobufakazi-ke bakhe ukhethelana-ke phambi kwale nkantolo ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana okwakukhona phakathi kwakhe uMs Kelly Khumalo kanye nomnumzana uNtuli. Angikwazi mina lokho.
Okay. The State Counsel, Mr. Baloyi, when he was leading the examination in chief to Lieutenant Colonel House, he referred the witness to the same communication between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and Mr. Ntuli in this matter. Did you hear that when Mr. Baloyi was putting that to the witness?
I did not hear that, my lord.
Umshushisi-ke kulona lecala u-advocate uBaloyi uma ebuza-ke noma ihloma uKolonel House ngemibuzo-ke ukhulume ngayo-ke noma-ke ekhuluma ngabo lobo bufakazi lobo buka-Colonel Steyn obabusho ukuthi kwakunokuxhumana kwakukhona phakathi kuka-Ms. Kelly Khumalo no-Mr. Ntuli. Angikuzwanga mina lokho.
If, for argument's sake, it will be proved or it can be said that there was a communication between Ms. Kelly Khumalo and Mr. Ntuli, is there an offense there? According to your knowledge as part of the investigating team in this case.
My lord, I have no comment.
Uma ngempela-ke sekungaveza-ke noma sekungatshengiswa.
Welcome to the fire where the stakes ignite, where the questions burn hotter than the night. No escape once you're locked in the heat. This is your trial on the hot seat.